Number 5. Pluto Gate, Turkey. Italian archaeologists say the ruins of an ancient mythical cave in Turkey, believed to be the Gate of Hell that emits deadly carbon fumes, came from a party in the northwest. Known as the Gate of Pluto, in Greek Plutonian, in Latin Plutonium, was known in Greco-Roman mythology and tradition as the gate to the underworld. This space is full of heaters that are so foggy and dense that it is difficult to see the earth. Strabo, a Greek geographer who lived between 64–63 BC and about 24 AD, every animal that passes by will encounter it immediately. He wrote, "I threw the sparrows and they immediately breathed and fell." Several birds were killed by carbon dioxide as they tried to approach the hot crater. Only the eunuchs of Cybele, the ancient goddess of fertility, were able to enter the gates of hell unscathed, the report said. After excavation, it showed more ruins. Archaeologists also found Ionic half-columns with an inscription above them dedicated to the gods of the underworld, Pluto and the blind. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. Off the coast of Brazil, approximately 93 miles from downtown São Paulo, the Ilha do Queimada Grande is also known as the Snake Island. The island has remained untouched by human developers for very good reasons. Researchers estimate that between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter live on the island. Snakes live on large migratory birds that use the island as a resting place. If the snakes were, for example, 2 inches long and non-venomous, between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter might not be so scary. However, snakes on the Queimada Grande are a unique species of pit viper, golden spearhead. 90% of snake bite deaths in Brazil are due to snake heads. The golden spearheads that occupy Snake Island are more than half a meter long and have a strong and fast venom that melts the flesh around their bites. Golden spearheads are so dangerous that, with the exception of some scientific costumes, the Brazilian Navy has explicitly banned landing on the island. The length of spearheads can grow more than 1.5 feet, and it is estimated that there are between 2,000 and 4,000 snakes on the island, which is not surprisingly known as Snake Island. Spearheads are so poisonous that a person bitten by a person may die within an hour. Snake Island is now deserted, but people lived there for a short time until the late 1920s. Number 3. Surtsey Island, Iceland. Surtsey Island is a volcanic island off the south coast of Iceland. It is located at 63.30 degrees north and 20.62 degrees west of the southernmost point of Iceland. The eruption occurred in a volcanic eruption that began 130 meters below sea level and landed on November 14, 1963. The eruption may have started a few days earlier and continued until June 5, 1967, when the island reached its peak. 2.7 square kilometers since then. Wind and wave erosion has steadily reduced the island. Since 2005, the island has covered only 1.4 square kilometers. The name of the new island is taken from the Scandinavian mythology of the fire giant Surtur and was widely studied by volcanologists at the time of its creation. And since the late eruption has attracted the attention of botanists and biologists, because life on the island initially it gradually becomes sterile. The submarine craters that produced the Surtsey are part of the Vestmannaeyjar submarine volcanic system, part of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge Fissure. Vestmannaeyjar also caused the famous Eldfell eruption on Jaime Island in 1973. The eruption that created Surtsey also created several other small islands along the volcanic chain, such as Jolnir and other unnamed peaks. Most of them disappeared quickly. Number 2. Nihao Island, USA. It is the westernmost main island and the 7th largest inhabited island in Hawaii. It is located 17.5 miles southwest of Kauai across the Kolakahi Canal. It covers an area of 69.5 square miles. Several intermittent pond lakes provide wetland habitats for Hawaiian hawks, Hawaiian sturgeon, and Hawaiian ducks. The island is known as a vital habitat for Briamia encinus, the endangered species of Hawaiian lobloid. The U.S. Census Bureau defines Nihao and the adjacent island and marine bird sanctuary of Lehua Estate as Census 410 in Kauai, Hawaii. During World War II, the island was the scene of the Nihao accident, when a Japanese naval fighter pilot crashed on the island following an attack on Pearl Harbor, seeking the help of Japanese residents. The island is relatively dry because it is in the shadow of the Kauai Rain and does not have the height required to observe significant amounts of commercial wind rain. Therefore, Nihao is dependent on Kana winter storms for its rain. Known as the Forbidden Island, the island is closed to all foreigners except the Robinson family and their relatives, U.S. Navy personnel, government officials and invited guests. Since 1987, a limited number of supervised activity tours and hunting safaris have been open to tourists. The island is currently run by brothers Bruce and Kate Robinson. The people of Nihao are famous for their jewelry art like lei papu. They speak Hawaiian as their primary language. Number 1. Hard Reef, Australia. Hard Reef is a beautiful combination of corals that are naturally heart-shaped on Australia's sandy islands. One of the most popular tourist attractions worldwide is Hard Island off the coast of Queensland, Australia. The island probably has the highest level of photography in the Great Barrier Reef and is Whitsundays' most well-known attraction. The best way to see this beautiful island is from the sky, and inside a helicopter or airship. Tourists cannot dive or swim in this area due to the protected conditions of these rocks.